What's up guys, welcome back to my channel Danny Approved Fitness and Nutrition, and today in this video we are going to be talking about the LeBron James low carb diet and my experience on this LeBron James low carb diet. If you don't know, and I'm sure you do know, LeBron James is one of the best basketball players in the world, and he's been a basketball player for almost 17 years. And a quick fun fact for you guys, me and LeBron James happen to have the same birthday, and although I wasn't the biggest LeBron fan growing up and I was more of a Kobe Bryant fan, LeBron James is definitely one of the greatest basketball players to ever live, and I always thought it was so interesting and so fascinating how he stayed in such amazing shape from his days on the Cleveland Cavaliers till his days on the Miami Heat, and then back on the Cleveland Cavaliers and now on the Los Angeles Lakers. He never seems to really get out of shape. He always seems to stay relatively the same weight. But as I started doing more further investigating about what he eats, his different diets, I wanted to see how LeBron James goes about eating. And I found out that LeBron James actually partook in a low carb diet. And the reason for that he actually went on this low carb diet is because when he started on the Cleveland Cavaliers, he was around 6'8" and 245, 250 pounds of lean muscle mass. And this was fantastic for his body type because he was very fast, very explosive. He was able to run up and down the court, and he was very agile. And then once he went to the Miami Heat and he started getting older, even though he was still in his late 20s, the president of basketball operations on the Miami Heat wanted him to put on more size so he could develop more of a low post game, and he thought that that would make him more dominant. Now fast forward, this is actually a reason why him and the president of basketball operations on the Miami Heat, Pat Riley, had a falling out, because LeBron James actually preferred having a leaner physique. On the Miami Heat, he wound up gaining some weight. Even though it wasn't really body fat to me, he still seemed to be very lean, but he was around 270, 275 pounds, and he wanted to go back down to his normal weight. So what did he do? LeBron James went on a 67-day diet of no carbohydrates. He says this specifically in an interview with Rachel Nichols, where he basically says that he ate nothing but very low carb fruits, vegetables, protein, and salads. And that was basically it for 67 straight days. She asked him, did you have any cravings? Did you have any things that you really wanted? And he was saying, I was basically like the Cookie Monster. Couldn't wait to eat my pancakes again and all that. My experience on this LeBron James low carb diet. So I didn't do it for 67 days, but doing it, I did it for about a 28 to 30 day period. I could tell you some pros and cons of this low carb diet. Number one, when you're on that type of a low carb diet for a long time, anything exceeding 2 weeks to me is starting to develop a good amount of time. When I was on that low carb diet, I did notice that I did have lower energy. I was a little moodier and I was a little more hangry, as they like to say when you're on a low carb diet. And I started to feel a little bit more dehydrated because I wasn't getting the carbs that I needed. Also, I weight train about 5 to 6 days a week, so I did notice a little less energy, a little not as strong. I was not as strong when I was lifting in the gym. As I was progressing and as the weeks were going on, I did notice that my weight was starting to decrease. So at that time, I went from about 172 pounds to about 164 pounds. And to me, when I was doing this, I was saying, okay, there's no way anyone can do this forever. As I started investigating into this low carb diet, to me, and going further, I started to realize that going low carb like that isn't necessary, especially if you want to lose weight. Because when you eliminate carbohydrates as your main source of energy, the theory is that your body will dip into its body fat storage and you're going to be able to lose more weight. But the problem is though, if you don't have, and I never really carried a lot of body fat, maybe 12%, 13% the most throughout the year, I noticed that even though I was starting to get more dehydrated and everything, I thought it was unnecessary. And even if you watch a lot of bodybuilders, the only time they're really going low carb is before a show to give more illumination to their muscles, because once they're getting that big plunge of carbohydrates into their muscles, then it's going to show for that one day. But in a maintenance or in terms of losing weight, it's really not necessary to go that low carb, eating less than 30 or 25 grams of carbohydrates a day. Transitioning and going forward, do I recommend the LeBron James low carb diet? No, I do not. He actually stopped going low carb after 67 days. And now if you look at his Instagram and you look at his videos, he definitely says that he even though I don't recommend pasta, He will have a little bit of pasta before a basketball game. He'll definitely indulge in some tacos. As you may have heard, that he actually tried to trademark the name Taco Tuesday. So LeBron James definitely went back onto eating carbohydrates after he got down to the weight that he wanted to get down to. And on top of that, he did actually start to see some more definition in his abdominal area, but it's not the one-size-fits-all approach. You don't need to just lower your carbohydrates completely if you want to lose body fat. You can still eat your carbs, just eat the right ones, and you're on your way to being a healthier person, and the weight will come off because your metabolism and your fat burning furnace are compatible with carbohydrates. I hope this video helps you out, guys. The LeBron James low carb diet, I don't recommend it, and I hope that you'll bring carbs back into your diet to make you feel happy and energetic. Thank you so much, guys. Take care.